Hello and welcome to AM1's vlog, where today I want to ask you a question. How cold have you ever gotten? Now, I'm not talking about getting cold feet and running away. I want to ask you, how cold have you actually physically gotten? The question came to me as I was filming with some classmates. You know, it's February, so it's winter. We were filming an outside scene, it was the evening. But it was just barely below zero, and since that's not really that cold by my standards, I figured, I'll just wear what I usually do. Which consists of sandals on my feet, just normal pants and a t-shirt and just an open jacket. So not a whole lot. Now after half an hour of filming, everybody else on the crew were going, oh, he's cold. I mean, not to ridicule them or anything, but I felt that it wasn't all that bad. But then after nearly 2 hours of filming, as we neared completion, I seriously started to feel the effect. I wasn't physically actually feeling cold yet, but I was actually feeling the effect the cold had on my body. My hands weren't covered and they didn't feel cold, but when I was writing down stuff which we needed to write down during the shoot, I found that when I tried to touch something, I suddenly couldn't distinguish between them. I could be touching a cup, or my cell phone, or a pencil, and my fingers didn't feel the difference. They had literally gone numb from cold. And that was when I realized that I'm probably a lot colder than I realize. And while I still continued to not feel cold, I could eventually start feeling my body shivering, my fingers shaking, and it genuinely started to actually feel kind of dangerous. I am apparently nearly immune to feeling cold. I can only assume it's a direct cause of me actually not wearing so much in the winter. I remember when I was a child, I started by wearing, you know, all the stuff, all the clothing that my mother provided me. Oh, you're gonna get cold if you don't wear this, oh! But as I grew up, I started wearing less and less. Started by wearing thinner clothing, and then I started wearing thinner boots, and then I started to have my jacket open, and then I started not wearing an extra set of pants or an extra set of underwear, you know. Until it got to today where unless there's a big pile of snow I need to wade through, I just go for sandals. And I wear the same jacket all year round, a thin summer jacket, whether it's winter or summer. Now, at least in my current class, that has given me somewhat of a reputation for just dealing with cold. But this made me realize, maybe it's not just that I can take the cold, maybe it's just that my body has decided, well, let's not deal with that. So it merely ignores it, and it still gets dangerous. And for the first time in my life, I am actually a bit scared of what not dressing up enough might do. Because I can still freeze to death apparently and not feel a thing. There is another downside to this as well. I can handle cold perfectly well. I can go outside and people are going, oh, it's so cold. And I go, But come heat and come summer, and I am dead. I'm a pool of sweat just floating down the hill. I can't stand heat. I don't dislike summer just because of that, but during summer it's just hard for me to exist. I'll be sweating a bunch, I'll just be tired, I'll be laying down on my bed and just can't move from this place. And so I start to ask myself, has this getting used to the cold thing that I've been doing for so many years consciously actually been worth it? But at least now I know roughly my limits. If it's just below zero and I'm out for about 2 hours and my hands are just out in the air and handling stuff and such, about 2 hours before I lose feeling in them. And that was not a pleasant feeling. You're there, right? You're there. I can feel you. I can feel you. Right? Right? So back to the original question, how cold have you ever gotten? Have you felt like you have been close to freezing your fingers off, like literally? Do you have some other strange tolerance to some sort of temperature? Are you perhaps the complete opposite of me, and the only thing you can handle is heat, but cold is just a big no? I would love to hear your thoughts, please leave a comment. You can like or dislike this video, whatever you wish. And until next time, remember, I have been Anime Mixer 1, and I approve of this video.